Hey everyone, this is Joshua Smith, Senior UAS Forensic Specialist from SkySafe. I wanted to talk to you today about flight logs. We won't dive in too deep, but rather give you a good overview of UAS flight logs and their forensic value. A couple things happen when a drone gets turned on. Really two significant things. It starts searching for a GPS signal, and it also starts creating a flight log. These logs are significant because they track lots of good information, like GPS coordinates, GPS timestamps, altitude, and flight paths, just to name a few. So for this webinar, we'll focus on a DJI drone. I have the aircraft up, and I have sent a command for it to use its quick shot feature. This particular quick shot feature will cause the aircraft to orbit a point of interest and maintain the camera on that point of interest. And this aircraft is flying all on its own. It's maintaining altitude and a very smooth flight track. So the aircraft is flying autonomously, maintaining its focus on that POI. And you'll see that here in a second as it starts to kick off and start its orbit. The particular point of interest here is a cell tower that's being put up. And later on, when we go over the parsed flight log data and view it in Google Earth, you'll really be able to see a very crisp circle, very perfect circle that without the help of AI or autonomous flight, a pilot manually manipulating the controls would have a very hard time replicating this. And for a forensic examiner, being able to spot these types of patterns and identify the use of AI or autonomous flight is an important skill to have. It's a little more than just kind of skimming through the data and looking at it. You have to be able to understand it. There are several different methods of autonomous flight, especially with DJI aircraft. The orbiting maneuver that we're going to see here is very easy to spot on a flight log. It's a crisp circle. But many of these drones also offer waypoint flights, so you can set the drone to fly on a pre-planned path. So once these items get logged on a flight log, they look very different. And I'm hoping with this webinar, you guys will get to see some of those features. All right, our mission is wrapping up. We're going to bring the aircraft in for a landing at its home point. And we're going to take a look at the flight logs. We'll try to pull them off using DJI Assistant. This is a tool that's provided by DJI for pilots. It allows you to pull flight logs off with one catch. The flight logs provided by DJI, starting in about 2018, they're all encrypted. So we're not going to be able to take a look at these without some forensic support. So that's where we're going to bring our CFID in, our covert forensic imaging device powered by SkySafe, and we'll take a look to pull those flight logs off, parse them, and decrypt them for us so we could take a look at the data that's on the aircraft. Go ahead and hook up my CFID to the aircraft. It'll recognize the aircraft, and it's as simple as that. My source is the aircraft, the destination is the internal storage on the CFID, and it'll go ahead and dump those flight logs and extract them, decrypt them if needed, and parse them, make them readable to us. Okay, we'll take a look at our CFID extraction that we took from our Mavic 3 aircraft. And what you'll see is there's 5 files. These are all associated with one flight log. So you have your .dat file, the fly-0102.dat. That is the actual decrypted flight log. You've got the .dat-e version, which is the original file, your original artifact encrypted. It's adding that E to it. You've got a KML file. You've got a CSV file, and you also have a TXT text file, which is similar to what you would get with any imaging tool, sort of a log of your extraction. But the CSV file is where we'll start. It's got some really interesting data in it that's parsed out of the DAT file and put into a format that we can read. So pivoting over to our CSV file, let's take a look at that. And you see we have our various bits of telemetry data that's pulled off of it. And what I'll do is I've frozen the top row and I'm going to scroll down. Notice that on this flight logs there's all zeros because at this point in time, it didn't have any GPS fix, but as we scroll down, you'll notice that those zeros will change. There's a certain point on the flight log when it clicks and locks in with a GPS satellite, and the time corrects itself, and you'll see that here. You can see right in there on row 318, that's when we have an accurate date and time start. So it's starting to get those satellites and starting to pull that data down. So the flight log data that's on this CSV file, as you scroll down, it sort of comes to life as you get deeper into the flight log. As the number of satellites that you're connected to increase, the data that you're going to be able to look at regarding your location, date and time, and things like that will be more reliable. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up Google Earth, and you can take a look at, this is the area that I was flying in. And what we're going to do is throw our KML file that's generated off of our flight log onto this same overlay here, and you're going to see my flight pass. As you can see here, you can see that crisp, perfect circle right there. That is from the quick shots function on the aircraft. So as an examiner, being able to spot little things like that are very helpful when you're analyzing drone artifacts. But you can see a very perfect, clean circle. Any questions or comments, please reach out to the training team at SkySafe. Our email is posted here. And for upcoming offerings of our Applied UAS Forensics plus CFID course, visit our website and have a good day.